reality with every passing year. You've probably heard this as the stuff of science fiction. You probably thought that robotics couldn't ascend this far. But believe it or not, Google and Tesla are already testing out the mechanics for self driving cars. The necessary artificial intelligence has made great strides. We've even come to the point where a vehicular cloud drive has been installed to create better long term memory and better access roads. Cars can also adapt to changes in the road conditions and be more prepared for weather. The cars have to move on hairpin turns and obey all traffic laws on their own, but the driver has to keep one hand on the wheel in case anything bad happens on the road. The human has to interact with the car just as humans interacted with horses during the old days of the carriages. Man and machine need to create a good relationship in order to keep the cars from going off the rails and doing anything bad. This does raise a few good legal questions, though. If a self driving car crashes, who's to blame? It's not the driver. He was just sitting down there not doing anything. It's not the insurance. They didn't really cover the car and they couldn't have repaired the damages, so it falls onto one specific thing. The manufacturers have to pay the blame for allowing the car to have the functions that would get it to crash in the first place. These legal issues seem complex, but at some point, the companies making these cars will have to deal with the reality of this concern coming through. If sometimes a crash would be unavoidable, if you have to steer off one way to hurt one person or try to steer off another way to hurt another person, there are controlled algorithms that will plot a crash to spin the driver off and only harm the driver if anything else happens. If hurting a person is unavoidable, we can have one person take the damage, and the damage has to be as minimal as possible. But if you know Asimov's three laws of robotics, this violates the first one. Robots cannot do harm to other humans. But we have the idea of an ethical solution with the programs of the ethics. It has one split second to distinguish between a helpful driver and a harmful human, but it has to make that choice right. Self driving cars can become a reality, and great strides are being made in doing so. However, a true replacement for human cognitive abilities to behind the wheel is still many years away. It's a new technology, and many new tests and experiments are going to have to be implemented. But we have a plan, and we're going to execute this plan. The idea of the robot vehicles seems unlikely, but will become plausible within the near future if the desire is strong enough.